said I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick didn't hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip.
Thanks, Coach. Well, the sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
56. Here we go.
No. Flag. Flag. Let's 5-2. It's a touchdown.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Just like that.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch right. Wild Bill.
2nd down, Haskins. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Check 4.
Man 5-7.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
He's checking credit. Wide. Get wide. Pick the edge. Come.
Great.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
46 down, man, 5-4. Let's go.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Fielded at the 20. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Lefty. Here we go.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check.
They run with Hines.
Switch.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Kill.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, it's Hines. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nyheim Hines, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16. Yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
This time, Haskins will look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. This is Hines. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards the pick up there and also a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
17 yards and a first down for Philly.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 52. Check 99. Check 99.
Now a give right side. Hines. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nyheim Hines On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. On first down, it's Hines. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go! Hey, empty! Empty! Straight 15! Straight 15!
Wentz now to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Hines. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. Joseph now to kick this one away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Check pass.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, check Mike. Watch it. Hey, Echo.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Check 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 65. 65.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
No. Hey, Bus.
Check 25.
They give it off here to the tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here we go.
Check 56. Pick it up.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
On second and a yard, Haskins. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
55. 55. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Love. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the twist. Watch twist.
Leave 5-3. Leave 5-3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check.
What's your son?
Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 29-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Haskins now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Love. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Haskins to throw it. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Coming this way, here we go. 5'2" is the Mike. Mike's 5'2", Mike 5'2". Off. Switch. Mike 52. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Hey, 52, Mike 52. Get that quarterback and all.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
It's a turnover on down.
Go. 180.
Eat. Watch the backer.
Wait, good.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Great.
Out. Shit.
Hey, empty.
Shit.
Empty.
Slam.
What's that?
Here's Hines. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sunday. What's that?
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go. 120.
55 to Mike. Here we go. Switch. Slam.
Let's find 7.
Mike 55.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
74. Hey, orbit.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, for Tokyo.
Defense, keep it up, guys. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Let's go, defense.
Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Check 59.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Mike, check, 59. We ain't giving up no more. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. check, 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Fourth down, here's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Sets to kick off.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They start on the ground with Geis, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Mike, check. That's it. 59. Squeeze, double.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's our time.
On the draw, this is Long. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Haskins will throw. And this one complete to Reed. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Deep. 59. Mike, check. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
Throwing on third and long. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check 59. Mike. It's 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 6 guys. 6 guys.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first down, here's Love. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Hatch it. Hatch it. Ball trot.
2nd down, Haskins. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Here's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. On the ground, Geis. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So fly Eagle.